Hey everyone, I'm back. This is part two of my journey with multiple chemical sensitivity and mast cell activation syndrome. I left off the video telling y'all a little bit about my background, and I wanted to continue from that. Where I left off at was I had some crushing feeling and stuff in my chest, coughing up blood off and on for 6 months. Anyway, I went to urgent care. This is the first day that I experienced chemical sensitivity. And I coughed and I coughed and I coughed and I coughed. And I was trying to work then. I just thought it was a really bad respiratory virus. I'd cough so much, I'd give myself a hiatus hernia. I didn't know at the time. And I worked in an emergency room for a year, and I've never heard anybody cough the way that I did. Just loud, deep, just like someone that had really severe, lung damage. So I'd had a CT done, they said everything looks fine. You got some thickening in your bronchial tubes, but everything pretty well checks out. You should be fine. Uh, I had blood work done. I went to Wake Forest Baptist Hospital. It's one of the best hospitals in the area. They ran a battery of tests, CT, all that stuff. Come back good. They said, we don't know. And what transpired from that, I tried to work for about a month and a half. And I was struggling to breathe every day I went into work. I noticed when I go down the cleaner aisle, it was just so intensely strong, I could not stand it. I'd spilled a little tide in the floor. I was so weak. I started noticing weird things. My feet would swell up. My hair was falling out. My skin was like grayish color, pale color. And it was just odd things, it was just people, my coworkers and stuff would tell me, like, Hunter, you've aged 10 years over 2 years, what's going on with you, man? Honestly, I don't know, it must be stress, it must be remodeling a house, all the server time, at the factory I done, I don't know. So I give it some time there, and the HR lady, I never forget it, she walked up to me. This was when I was at Lowe's, and she said, you don't look good. She said, you need to figure out what's wrong with you. I'm gonna put you out on medical leave. I think you need to be on medical leave so you can figure out what's going on, because it looks like you're struggling to breathe. I said, yeah, I am. I said, I'm not gonna lie to you. So she put me out on medical leave for 3 months. I went to doctor after doctor after doctor. Went to my allergist 22 years. They pumped me full of steroids. I get a little bit better, I turn out worse. They pump me full of antibiotics. I get a little bit better, turn out worse. I started taking hydroxyzine, Claritins, all that stuff that I'm familiar with. I wasn't touching this, wasn't doing anything. So there's very little relief. I mean, I just sick, weak, just felt like I need to be in a bed all day. It was so much not like me. My third or fourth month I was out of work. I'd seen Dr. Vygotsky here in town, and I told him, I said, I have bizarre symptoms. When I'm around bleach, I said, I had an incident where I used a little bleach in the sink after fixing some raw chicken. It was something that we'd always done. I grew up old school. We was around kerosene, all that stuff, didn't think anything about it. And I said, I just can't breathe around it, but my scans and stuff showing up good.